Hi Gemini, and welcome to your Capricorn new moon and annular solar eclipse tarot reading. This new moon and eclipse is taking place on December 26th, and then we have another eclipse on January 10th with the Cancer full moon. So this is a powerful and intense time. Gemini, this reading is intended to cover from December 26th through January 10th, but this energy could have already started for you or go all the way through the end of January. I did a full reading and video on all the different astrology that's playing out during Capricorn season. I've left a link for it below. I highly recommend you watch it just because this is a very powerful and intense time. Now, with this new moon and this eclipse, the biggest things that are happening is a truth coming to light and big change in your life, which ultimately allows you to regain your personal empowerment. So Gemini, I'm going to pull a card here to see which area of your life has the highest potential of truths coming to light that you need to hear. All right, so let's see. Okay, you guys have the fourth house energy card coming out, and so far you guys are my third reading, Aries, Taurus, and now you all have had fourth house energy, whether it's here or on this side. So I know this Cancer full moon on the 10th is also very significant to these energies and the way everything's playing out, because Cancer is the ruler of fourth house. So Gemini, there is truth coming to light about, somebody within your family. I don't really feel this is like a change of living or anything like that. This is more of like family secrets finally being revealed and coming to light. And how that impacts you is, going to be different for all of you. And we're going to pull some more cards to dig deeper. But with this annular solar eclipse, I just feel there's truths coming to light within your family that have to come out now. Like, it needs to be known. Some of you could have been carrying a lot of guilt around inside of you, thinking one thing. And now with this truth, you're going to be able to be set free, because you find out all this time that you weren't wrong, or that you didn't do anything wrong, or that it wasn't your fault. It's like, you guys, there's something that you've been carrying on your back that's been a burden that hurts you, that haunts you, when it was never meant to be your burden to carry in the first place. There was a lot of deception and dishonesty around that with somebody in the family, or if that's not the case, Gemini, there are truths absolutely coming to light for you guys. And some of you, this could be around a child. So let's pull a card here to see, which area of your life is going to experience the biggest change potentially. And we have the 12th house coming through. Gemini, this is actually really good energy and positive. This means, a lot of hard soul lessons that you've been working on throughout 2020 and 2019 and prior are finally coming to an end. If you have 12th house or 8th house here as the biggest change for you, it's good stuff, because I know like 2019 has been such a year of hard, painful truth, realizations, transformation, unexpected changes. Like, everybody's gone through that. And it's not like 2019 has been all bad. Some people may disagree with me on that, but there's been positive elements of it as well. It's just like, we're about to move into a new decade, and we have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all in the 10th house in that strong Capricorn energy. Pallas is about to move in there. And so it's an intense time. It's time for truth, and it's time for change. And for you guys, you've been doing this work, and now it's finally coming to an end. What you needed to gain through these spiritual lessons, it's finally coming into you, becoming part of your beingness. And some of this big change, this 12th house energy, is attached to this truth that's coming through within the family unit. But now, because we have this fourth house and this 12th house, fourth house, there could be an element of karma, because it's your roots, things from the long ago past, Gemini. So some of you, this is just all about some karmic energies you've been working on and gaining your soul development through that process for quite some time. You've reached the end, and now you're about to have major revolution and transformation as you move into 2020 with these two eclipses on the 26th and the 10th of January. So, woo, Gemini, your guys' stuff is pretty intense. Okay, let's pull more cards, but it's very freeing for you. So we have sleeping coming through to talk about, you know, this truth coming to light within the family. And this has been like a long held secret. You know, people have been keeping this hush hush. And just the way it plays out again is different for everybody. But this is something that's really been kept under the rug for potentially a very long time, maybe even generations, man. This goes deep. I'm really feeling the roots for you guys. If this is more about like that karmic energy you've been working through and the soul evolution, ooh, you've been going through it for a while, Gemini, and I'm so happy to tell you, like, you're finally coming into some different energy over here, specifically under the 12th house. Yay, look at that. We've got empowering coming through, and the change is to push you into your greatest empowerment, as I said in the beginning of the reading. And so, Gemini, you've been on this soul journey and you've been growing and evolving and working through some really heavy stuff. It's resolved and you're moving into such a different energy for 2020. You're going to be so much more empowered and just feel in control of yourself, of your life. And the truth that comes forth, like, it really sets you free, Gemini. It does. And these heavy energies and lessons, they're a thing of the past. It's like the hardest is over. Let's pull some tarot. If I can shuffle. These are just so slippery and they're big for my hands. But I love these cards. I love this deck. Okay. So, ooh, we got the Nine of Pentacles coming in. We have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Gemini, this truth, and what's interesting is Taurus also received her in the same exact spot, okay? In the same exact spot. Anyways, Gemini, with this Queen of Wands coming out, this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. But also this could be the person the truth is about, or this could be the person who is bringing forth the revelation within the family, because she's holding the sunflower in her hand. So it's about her, or she's expressing it. She's bringing it to light. Now, with the Eight of Swords, you've been really blocked from this, but you know, the two angels right here, I feel you've had some angel intervention trying to come in, trying to help you see the truth, understand, bring healing, bring clarity, because this feels very painful for some of you. And those of you where this has been more about resolving karma, the Queen of Wands, Wands is the spiritual energy, and that's talking about your soul growth and evolution that you've been going through. But you've had an angel over your shoulder the whole time, even when you felt blocked in the darkness all on your own. And, you know, part of this spiritual journey you've been on is to bring you into such a place of independence and empowerment, Gemini. Whew. Okay, let's pull more tarot for the other side here. We have the Five of Swords, the Moon, ooh, there's that eclipse energy, Gemini, and the Emperor. So the Moon is the card that represents Pisces within the tarot. However, the Moon is the ruler of Cancer. So you guys just have this Cancer energy all throughout this reading, which is attached to that Cancer full moon energy. But coming out over here, you know, this first new moon and the annular eclipse that's taking place in December is like the facilitator that's starting this process for you. And that full moon in Cancer is going to be very powerful for you, Gemini. It closes the book, not a chapter, a book of your life, and it's time to move into the next volume of you, of who you are, which is a completely different version of yourself. And Aries had a similar message of transforming into a different version of self. So if you have Aries moon or Aries rising or strong Aries placement in your natal chart, I would recommend watching that reading as well. But also, this Emperor coming through is talking to me, Gemini, about the empowerment you are receiving as finally you have completed this big cycle of your life and you're moving into brand new energy. And so these eclipses are like eclipsing everything out that needs to go, and then eclipsing the new energies in the new version of self. Like you're stretching out, your energy stretching out into like this beautiful divinity of like glory. Man, you guys have been doing the work. But lastly, Gemini, this over here where it's like something's being exposed within the family, it's like I'm telling you, it lifts a burden off of you, something that you've been carrying in your heart, and it was never your fault, or you were never wrong. It was never meant for you to carry this burden, and now finally you are released from it. Let's pull some advice. Focus on your dreams. Allow the power of manifestation to start now. And this is the advice about this fourth house energy. So really strong for those of you who have been working on those karmic lessons and soul evolution. You are done. It is time to begin the new you, a new life. So much happiness. Those of you where this is truth about the family, whatever it is, I'm telling you, it just frees you. I don't feel like it hurts you. It frees you. All right. Every being has free will. Stop trying to control the situation. That's over here on this 12th house energy. And in that space, Gemini, I feel that's more about you, and where you are finally no longer letting anybody's opinion or words control you or hold you back anymore, because the truth has come to light. Your soul has been empowered. You feel strong, and Spirit's setting you up for very beautiful things in 2020. All right. So those are your messages, Gemini. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.